Today I'm going to be showing you some of my favourite Facebook memes. Also guys, I do have a Facebook page, so go and check it out. I think I've only got 3 followers, so yeah, go follow me in there. Also, I'm wearing pink. I never really wear pink. I think I actually look quite good. Anyways, let's get into some of my favourite Facebook memes. Okay, so some people might not originally understand this meme. Basically, there was a crazy conservative person on Twitter that took Pride Month and somehow made it into the word demon. I'll put it up on the screen right now. Well, as you can see, somebody's changed that and turned Pride Month into Pine. And do you want to do something right now? I need one. Then there's going to be hella people there, me. I mean, yeah, I hate it whenever you have to socialize. I'm fine with socializing with people I'm comfortable with and know, but it's whenever you come across people who you don't know and it's like you have to like give like an introduction. How do you even give an introduction? What would my introduction be? How did I feel anatomy? My brain literally knows where all my organs are but won't tell me. That's been happening to me recently. I've been having a lot of brain farts. Are you ever about to tell somebody something and then you just forget what it is? It's like it literally like seeps out of your brain. The other day I was gonna tell my mum something but I couldn't remember what it was, and it's so bizarre because it's like one minute's in my brain and next it isn't. Where does it go? Like my brain's having a proper brain fart. How I thought I'd look as a mum, how I actually look. See, I'm like that with photos. Like, do you ever see a photo and you're like, oh my god, I totally look like that in a photo, and then whenever you get the photo taken you just don't. I think I look like Kate Middleton in photos, however I end up looking like Brittany having a breakdown. Sometimes I get road rage walking behind people. I can't stand walking behind slow people. I don't know if it's just me, but people have to move at a certain pace and it has to be quick pace. I can't stand behind people who are moving too slowly. Are you ever walking somewhere and like the person in front of you want to overtake them? It's like a car, but it's like you don't know how to because like first of all they're walking too slow and then they're taking up the full path. I just can't understand. It's like I'm always overtaking people. I just can't stand slow people. Me after watching fake horror movies versus me after watching true serial killer documentaries. And you wanna know why the movies scare you? Because they're not real. That's what makes it even more freaky, which theoretically the serial killers should make it scarier because you know like they were actually happening. But I feel like a lot of times with documentaries it's a recreation. It's not like an actual film. You know, like they usually have actors playing it, even though that is basically the same as like horror movies. I don't know, horror movies just freak me out. It's like whenever I get in the shower I think someone's gonna be watching me to kill me. Getting my feelings hurt then remembering who the F I am. I know that's me. Like I'm telling you, sometimes I have a bad day and then just pop a bit of Rihanna on and feel 10 times better. It's quite weird how your emotions can switch up that quickly. Like one minute I want to cry myself to sleep, next I'm proper slut dropping. Them, your dog is not your child, me. I mean, who says my dog isn't my child? My dog literally was my sister. Say my dog got treated like royalty. My dog literally got given McDonald's. Now I know that's not good, you're not meant to do that, however she was old. It was like in her last year life. But it's like if we were getting like family McDonald's, we get the dog a burger. My dog would get a proper McDonald's burger. It's like I'm telling you, my dog was proper treated like a human. When you press snooze in your alarm at 6:15 and you wake up at 10. Oh my god, this actually happened to me a while ago. Basically I pulled an all-nighter the night beforehand, so I went to sleep around about 9 p.m. I woke up at 2. How did I wake up at 2 p.m? So I slept from 9 p.m. to 2 p.m. It went like that. Like I literally slept how many hours? Probably like 14 hours, 15 hours, maybe even longer. How is that even possible? How can you sleep for 15 hours? I didn't wake up to go to the toilet. I didn't wake up for food, for water. I literally slept for 15 hours. Now don't get me wrong, it was a good ass sleep. My face was proper puffy. That's how you know you've had a good sleep, if your face is puffy. But it's like that was me. Like I was literally Chris Brown. Like how did I sleep for that long? That one time a Tinder guy thought my stretch marks were self-harm scars, so he rubbed them and said please stop for me. Oh god, sweetheart, that ain't good. Oh, actually thinking about it now, imagine him literally rubbing your stretch marks and saying stop it for me. Like who do you think you are? Oh god, yeah, that really is. I've been in a similar situation before where I seen stretch marks in someone and I thought it was self-harm, but it wasn't. It's just the fact that like they had lost weight. Left hand is steering, the other is gripping your thigh. Oh my god, I used to love them sticky hands. There was another one, it was like, what was it? It was like little yellow people. We used to get them in school and we would fling them to the roof. I'm not joking, we would stick it to the roof and it would be proper stuck up above. And it was like up there for quite a few years. I think we done it in 2nd year and it was still there up to 5th year. But I used to love them, we sticky things. I don't know how I feel about it, like on the leg. Like they are a bit weird, it kind of feels like a tongue. When you said you start studying at 9 but it's 9:01, okay 10. That is me, like I'm not joking. I always want to start filming my videos around about 6 p.m. It's currently 9:30. It's 9:30. Why did it literally take me 3 hours? I procrastinate, that's what it is. With me, it's like I want to get something done, but I just can't. It's like I really want to get stuff done, but I physically cannot. It's like there's something in my brain that stops me. Either the lighting isn't working, the camera isn't working, I look a mess, like my brain ain't working. I'm telling you, sometimes I think the universe doesn't want me to do YouTube. Me after arguing with my whole house, you're not toxic, they're toxic. I mean, that's the type of delusional mindset that I love. To be fair, 99.9% of the times whenever people argue with me, it's their fault. I'm not really an argumentative person. I know I seem like one, but I'm not. I don't really like confrontation, but I feel like people are always trying to pick fights with me and it's so bizarre. It's like, leave me alone. 2 types of British men. William Hanson thinks stag dogs are necessary and uncough. Oh my god, that's a proper posh word. Jamie Richardson believes stag dogs are men. I love how you use the word men. That's such a mint word. I can just tell that the guy at the top is super posh, like he's a millionaire, and then the guy at the bottom is just normal blow. But yet again, I love how they've taken 2 completely different different people. William thinks stag dogs are unnecessary and unclove, whatever that word even means. And then Jimmy thinks stag dogs are men. I mean, I'm with Jamie. I have a husband, a fiance, and 2 boyfriends, and I can't even get a text back. That is me. It's like sometimes whenever I do these cheater videos, I'm looking at some of the people who've got multiple partners, and I'm thinking, how have they got a partner but I don't? Not to be rude, but how does she have a husband, a fiance, and 2 boyfriends? But to be fair, a lot of times the guys are like a 4. I'd much rather have an 8 than 4 4s, if you get me. I am always cleaning my room, and yet it is never clean. That's why I don't start cleaning. Whenever you start, you can't stop. Literally, that's the way it is. If you start cleaning, it'll be clean for an hour, and then all of a sudden it'll be dirty again. So that's probably why people don't really clean their rooms that often. There has been a few times whenever I've walked into my friends' rooms, and like, oh my god, the clothes are everywhere. Like, it genuinely does look like a hoarder's room. But whenever it comes to cleaning, like, it is proper energy to keep it up. You know, you can't throw stuff everywhere. Looking at my bed, it's pretty clean. I mean, I've got a few clothes over it. But with cleaning, it's something you can't give up on. Whenever you start, you have to keep going. Coca-Cola bottle design from 1899 to 1986. Okay, but that 1899 bottle looked like it's gonna be a good time. When did Coca-Cola stop putting like cocaine in their drinks? I swear they literally done that. Like, they put cocaine or like some type of drug. And I also swear Coca-Cola used to be like a luminous green color. But if we look at that bottle from 1899, look at the amount in there compared to 1986. Why have they completely cut it down? Like, I was actually getting a bottle of Coke a while ago. I swear whenever I was like 10, a bottle of Coke was like £1.20, pretty expensive. Now it's like nearly £2. Why is everything so expensive? Yet again, you could get a Freddo for like 1p back in the day. Now Freddo's like 60p. Why it's so expensive? I'm so glad I was taught to play the recorder at school. I've lost count of the times I've resolved a difficult situation with a quick blast of hot crotch buns. Why did they make us do stuff like that in school? Like, obviously I understand, you know, part of the curriculum or whatever they call it. But back in school, there were some very weird and unique things we used to do. In secondary school, for me, there's a thing called LLW, Learning for Life. But like, we didn't learn anything. Like, I don't even remember anything from it. I don't actually remember learning anything from school. Like, what did I actually learn? I was in there for like 6 years and learned nothing. Me vibing to the same song I played 23 times today. If I'm listening to a song, I have to listen to it from the beginning to the end without any like interruptions or like mistakes. Does anyone else do that where like you're listening to a song and you're singing like beating to it, you know, dancing to the beats? Like, if you mess up or like miss a part of the song, you have to replay it from the beginning. Am I the only one who does that? Or like sometimes like I'll listen to a song, I'll love it, and then I'll play it about 400 times within the space of 48 hours. It's the only song I listen to. Is that a sign of autism? I think it might be. When you get on the bus and the bus driver has started driving before you got to your seat, bus drivers who do that are proper evil. I've only been in the bus 1 or 2 times, but I'm not joking. You get onto the bus, you're about to sit down and they bloody take off. Is it the G-force or something like that? But there's a proper big force in near pitch in the ground. Me, I have nothing to wear. Me in my room. Oh my god, that's like me with my wardrobe. So I've got a wardrobe back there. I always wear the exact same outfit. I've got like 5 or 6 outfits I like to wear, and I just constantly wear the same things. My green turtleneck, my black one, the purplish one, and then like a few of my colored t-shirts. Like, that's all the clothes I wear. To be fair, this is a new t-shirt and I think I actually look quite good in pink, so I might start wearing it more. But it's like, I could buy clothes, I just won't wear them. Like, it's actually quite difficult. It's quite difficult to put an outfit together whenever you've already got your comfort clothes. Practicing my prison photos because people be testing me lately. Oh my god, I actually done something like this recently. Basically, I got my mum to take photos of me while I was out in the back garden. You know, just to see what I'd look like if someone seen me in real life. I was mortified. I was absolutely mortified by the photos. I don't know what was going on with me, but like, I was smiling, but like, it didn't look like a smile. It looked like an evil gremlin smile. I really hope people don't see me the way I see myself in them photos. Come on, right now, I'm never gonna leave my room again. Slushies be so effing good until you got her with the straw. I mean, yeah, that's the sad thing with them. I feel like that's what it's like with all drinks, especially with like drinks with like a straw. I don't know what's going on with like the bottle design, but I swear there's like a good bit left, but like you can't actually suck it up. Like, you literally can't do it with slushies. There's like liquid, the blue liquid layer. I try to suck it up and it doesn't come up the straw. And it's like, why? How is it at the bottom of the cup, but I'm sucking the straw with like intense air and it's not coming up? It's like some weird science experiment. It's like I'm proper sucking, but it's still not coming up the straw. How'd you manage to stay so positive? Delusion. I mean, that's me. Put it this way, delusion can actually help you a lot. It's helped me a lot. Like, I'm pretty delusional. It seems to be working fine. What does it look like I do for a living? Solve mysteries with the dog. Oh my god, he kind of does look like Scrappy, doesn't he? Or is it Scrappy? Or is it Shaggy? Why am I saying Scrappy? Fun fact, whenever I was younger, I used to go to a leisure centre, and there was a man who worked in the leisure centre, and I don't know why, but I was so sure that he was an actor in a Ben 10 movie. It sounds really, really stupid, but it's like he looked identical to like an actor. And like, for a really long time, I constantly thought he was an actor in that movie. It's quite weird how like a normal person looks like a character. Like, I don't know, like, let's think of like SpongeBob. There's some people out there that look like SpongeBob. Like, they got like the same head shape, etc. It's quite weird. I either blew 700 pounds in 3 days or stretch 145 for 4 weeks. There's no in between. Yeah, that is sadly the way money is. It's like whenever I start spending, I can't stop. A really good tip to stop you from going for all your money is taking your money and putting it into cash. Because if you've got cash money, it feels a lot more real. Whenever you just see a number in your bank account, like, that's just a number. You don't actually realize how much money that is. Whether it's £1,000, £10, £100, etc. it. You know, if you've actually got the money in cash, it feels like real money. Because with me, like sometimes whenever I'm spending with my debit card, it's like, oh my god, I don't even realize how much I've spent. You know, because it's like online money. Because like to me, it just looks like a number on the screen. Like I don't actually view it as money. It's so bad. Now, I don't need sunscreen 3 minutes later, and that right there is why I don't go out into the sun. With sunburn, you know, it gets bad and then you think it's over, but then it gets worse. You know, your face is stingy and raw, and then it starts to peel. That's the worst ever. I remember one time my friend came back from a holiday at Cornwall. She did not wear sunscreen, and I'm not joking. She looked like she had a skin disorder. Her skin everywhere was peeling off. Like it genuinely looked like she had some really bad like skin disorder. And that right there's why I don't go out into the sun. That's why I literally look like a ghost. When you say sorry, I'm crazy, and he says that's okay, and said, no, you're not. Yeah, I've been in that situation a few times, and trust me, it's not good. Try to eat a popsicle in a room full of men. Oh my god, I've been in this situation before. Don't even get me started. One time whenever I was like 17 at the very beginning of lockdown, I was out with my friend, you know, we were getting an ice lolly. There was a man who watched me sucking the ice lolly. Next thing I knew, he'd driven past us about 5 times in a different location. It turns out the man had been following us for an hour, and then whenever I went to walk home, he passed me again and again and again. Keep in mind, I was 17 and I was getting stalked by like a 25-year-old man. Because of that, like, he seen me sucking an ice lolly. When I was younger, £20 felt like £100. Now £20 feels like £1. Yeah, that's because we're adults. And also everything's literally went up in price. Like Frederick's used to be 1p, now they're like £1. Why is everything so expensive? It's probably why £20 feels like £1. You're beautiful in your natural state, me in my natural state. Okay, I look-y hate people who tell me that I look beautiful whenever I just don't. Do you ever wake up and you look rough and then you're like, oh my god, I look horrible like my friends, and then they're like, oh my god, no, you look amazing. Like, no, I don't. I love it whenever my friends are being delusional, I'm being delusional, but I hate it whenever they tell me I look good when I quite clearly don't. Me when someone doesn't believe me and they Google it and say I'm right. That's so me whenever growing up. Like, I'm not joking, I was always right. And it's quite weird. It's like, I don't know what was going on with me. I was just always right. I was getting everything correct and like proving my parents wrong. But yet again, it does feel good, doesn't it? Because like they didn't believe you and then they thought they were right, but they weren't. But the whole time you were. Me and my besties in 2070 waiting to get tattooed after breaking out of the nursing home. Oh my god, isn't it weird to think that like one year we're all gonna be in nursing homes if we survived at that age? Imagine me in a nursing home. See, I haven't decided if I want to live really old. I feel like with me, I kind of want to die when I'm like 50. Imagine being like stuck in a nursing home age 90. Like, you'd be bored. What would you do? Are we even gonna be in this earth? Apparently World War III might take us out before that. When he walks off saying I'm not arguing with you about this, so you follow him. Oh yes, pal, you are. That's me whenever he walks off and mutters something behind his breath. People do it all the time. It's like they like say their last final thing and then they walk around and say something else, but you can't hear it because they've like mumbled it. And it's like, I'm not joking, I'll proper follow you. Remember when you used to walk in the hood by yourself at 2 AM with a dead phone at 15, and now going to the grocery store gives you anxiety? Whenever I was like 14, I was crazy. Like, I was literally like walking basically through like abandoned buildings. Nowadays, if I even walk into a shop, I get nervous. Why is that? Do you reckon it's because I'm older, I've matured? Like, I just can't do it. I'm not the same. I love people who speak fluent sarcasm. That's the one way to make me fall in love with you. I personally can't stand it whenever people take themselves too serious. It's anyone else like that. It's like someone takes themselves too serious. It's like, ugh. Just like have a bit of fun. Listen up. Be sarcastic. Me waiting for the call to disappear so I can continue watching TikToks. This actually happened to me a few days ago. I've been getting a lot of weird calls from random numbers, and I think it is scam numbers. But it's like, I'll be in TikTok and like the music will like mute, and I'll be like, oh god, someone's gonna ring me, and it's one of them numbers, and it's proper scary. Because like, I don't want to say no to the call because then they know that like my number's a real number and I'm on my phone. So I kind of like sit there and wait for it to like disappear, and then get really nervous, like check my voicemail, see if they've like left me a voicemail. Google Maps don't tell me to head west down a road. I don't know what west is. I'm not a sea captain. Am I the only one who gets pissed off by Google Maps, especially if it's like the Siri one? There's something about the robot voice that just does my head, and like, I'm sorry, I can't deal with it. What makes you laugh, Carl? I saw a woman walking down the street with a pram and the baby fell out. See, that right there is the stuff that makes me laugh, and people don't get it. I think it's so funny whenever I see babies falling over, old people falling over, etc. And people are like, oh my god, that's so cruel. Who cares? It is so funny whenever you see a baby falling over. I actually seen a video recently. It was like a bunch of women fighting, and like one of them was like holding the baby, and the baby proper fell out of her arm while she was like proper scrapping. Now I know that's like serious because like obviously they're fighting, but I thought it was proper funny. Getting shown videos of yourself when you're steaming is a different level of embarrassment. I'm not a drinker, but you wanna know what the worst thing ever is? Whenever someone takes a secret photo or video of you, or like shows you a throwback photo or video. Recently I got sent a video from my friend of me whenever I was 12. It was embarrassing. I don't know what I was doing. I don't even remember them taking it as well. It's like the memories completely disappeared. But it's like they literally had a video of me doing and saying the most awkward thing ever, and it's like, ugh. I also hate it whenever people take photos of you whenever you're like not looking. Has anyone ever taken a secret photo of you and it's like, oh my god, it's one of them photos where it's like they're gonna post it on your birthday? Damn, she will mature once she becomes a mom. Me as a mom. I mean, put it this way, if I'm ever gonna adopt a child or have a child for myself, it's gonna cook and clean for me. You know, make it into your wee mini servant. Every corporation in Jude, hello, I like money. I mean, that is true. A lot of businesses and, you know, big brands are very pro pro-pride whenever it comes to being pro-pride. You know, they don't actually care about gay people and think it's so sad. I also do think it's kind of laughable, because it's like they'll be like super supportive of gay people for like a month, and then whenever that month's over, they completely forget about it. What's a word to describe it? Performative activism? That's basically what it is. They pretend to care about gay people when they quite clearly don't. How effing embarrassing is it waiting to cross a road? One know it's even worse whenever you're on the walk, you make eye contact with like a car. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I'm walking, I always make eye contact with people driving the car, and it's like they're looking at me, like we make proper eye contact. It's the worst feeling ever, because it's like I don't know how I look. Like, do I look like a serial killer? Literally looking into your car, looking like I'm about to get you. Well, anyways, guys, that's some of my favorite Facebook memes. If you've seen me looking more, let me know, definitely will. Go and check out my Facebook page if you haven't already. Press the big red subscribe button and see you all tomorrow for another video.